if anyone has any questions, then
Yes. Hi, everyone. It's Monique Alvarez, and I'm so excited because you have a special treat today. We are going to learn all the ins and outs of Insight Timers. So many of you I have recommended it to. I've danced around it. So, Camilla Sunshine, she's going to show us how this is done. So, first of all, how long have you been on Insight Timer?
yes, I have been since 2019. So that's 3 years, 2.5 going to 3 years. Yes.
Awesome. So, tell me what you like best about it.
What I love about Insight Timer, for me, it was just like a boom, like a healing experience in a way. Was a time where I was actually doubting and scared about sharing my work, this thing that
Mm.
we do as women. And I was really scared. And I was just, sharing my work and going on Facebook and other platforms and not getting the engagement, right? So
Yep.
when I went to Insight Timer, like, yeah, one person would show up, would watch for like 10 seconds, and then off they go. Um, and I never got like more than like, yeah, like 15 people live at the same time, even with heavy promotion, like people would watch later. But I love people engaging with me real time. I personally love it. So when I went live on Insight Timer for the first time, there was 200 people
Gosh.
live with me. I got all the buzz, and so everyone engaging. I love it. Donating money. Some people donating 20 US dollars, like of like just finding so valuable what I was sharing. And I was
Mm.
like, wow. And I also putting my meditations, like one of my meditations reached, now it's at the time, I think it was very quickly got to like 50,000 plays. Now it's 150 or something.
Wow.
And I did it so in a naive manner. I didn't even know that they paid, actually. I did not know what was possible. I was invited. I didn't trust my voice. So that was a very healing for my voice
Mm.
as a healer, because people are there, people are receiving you, you know? Yeah,
Yes.
big
Yes.
time. So much I love, but like for this was my experience, and I have a lot of people approaching me who are like, oh, I don't resonate with Facebook, especially when it was that a lot of things going on during the pandemic, Facebook getting really heavy and kind of, you can't say this, you can't say that. Like Insight Timer also has, some sort of guidelines as well, but it's not like cutting you as Facebook does. And how, some people have this experience that Facebook can be toxic, right? So a lot of people approach me to like, I want to do it in a different way. And Insight Timer to me is more feminine. So
Mhm.
lots of engagement. Yeah, I love it.
Now, I like all these things, and I think it is that this is what I've heard from so many people, right? So Jacqueline Atkins, she told me the same thing. Like, I would like struggle to get two people live, then I go to Insight Timer is like totally different story. Now, one of the questions I know people often ask me is, how do I get people into my programs or courses or retreats if I can't promote on Insight Timer? So, can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, definitely. That's the important question, right? Because yeah, we want to be there, we want to reach. So Insight Timer is a reach platform in the first place, but not only a reach, platform for reach. How do you get people into your programs? Now, um, there are many ways, and I'm just sharing a little client stories as well. Who it's people when they find you and then find such a valuable, unique content. um, one example of, is Orit Krug. Do you know Orit?
Yes.
Yeah. So she's on Insight Timer, and she's only on Insight Timer now. She was on Facebook. She had a group like thousands of people. She shut that down because she said, I like my energy is not for Facebook. She started on Insight Timer. She started thriving in that. She works with trauma and relationships and things like that. And it was not long until she signed up her, her first like high ticket client. So now it's even today, like I have a program, and there's 80 people in that program. So we
So
having this conversation.
let's pause right there. Hold on. I just want to make sure people heard you. Are you saying 80 people in your program?
Yes, 80 people, 83, 80. There's, yeah, 90 people. Yeah.
Okay. So this is why I really wanted to go live with you, because if people are used to getting like one client here, 4 clients in a program, and they like their work is right for Insight Timer, like I always tell them, I feel like you can do so much more. You could work with more clients. It could be more leveraged. It could feel better. It could be easier than it currently is. Okay, so
Yeah.
keep going, keep going. I just want people to understand that we're talking about 80 to 90 people, going through your program.
Yes. And so we're having this chat. One of the ladies asked, she's like wondering, do I go all in on Insight Timer? Like, because she's on Instagram, kind of you making, few followers there and Facebook, and she's been considering within herself. So she came up with a question for the group. Like, we're a very supportive group of each other. And who has gone all in on Insight Timer? And I know for sure that yes. So then Orit came in like, yes, that's me. I love Insight Timer. Most of my clients now come from Insight Timer, and she does do high ticket. There's another lady as
I'm
well.
gonna pause you there again. Okay, so let's talk about this, because I think that's also a concern people have. Like, okay, if I want to sell like a $12 something, maybe people on Insight Timer are right. So when you say high ticket, can you give me an idea of what she's charging for her programs? About like what's a range?
Yeah, I think was her package was 3K, and now
Mhm.
she's really bringing this up. I think it's 5 to 10K or something.
That's what I thought.
Is a process that she's going through. Yeah, she's really going on the through the lux. And we may think like, because it's a free thing, people won't be wanting to invest. But that was she was not, the only one. There was a lady who her package actually was 8,888 US dollars. And so it is possible. Yes, it takes consistency. Yes, it takes showing up, as show up and create that brand, create that. And also those ladies who actually did this, really they have clear offers and clear container, a place where people can go, right?
Yeah.
And other people like sold as well, like single sessions. I attracted people into my world as well. And it's like it's full of opportunities. Like, for example, one lady, she works with workplaces, she works with companies, and she got approached um, by Insight Timer to, hey, I want you to do this, because they are watching everybody. They approached me as well to create a program on a specific topic, so which was like grounding. So they do the marketing for you, really. So they look through the data and say, oh, there's a gap in the market here, because people are searching these things, and here we have just a little
A
content
few.
on this.
Yes.
Hey,
Okay.
yeah, it's
Okay.
really
So
cool.
I want to talk about this, because there's always opportunity for people who are willing to share their gifts and use their voice. And like you said, consistency. So, hello, like I already preached that morning, noon, and night, right? Like show the fuck up, do the thing. And what I love about Insight Timer, and the reason I'm going over there, is because it's just like you said, they're very, very smart. They see there's this many searches and there's this much content. And so then they go approach the people who are showing up and have, good followings and feedback and ratings and say, hey, would you create this for us? Because obviously they want to keep their audience and their members, their people happy, and they want this, and we don't have enough of that to offer them. And I mean, how amazing is that? Like that's never going to happen on this.
Yeah, even if you do our own marketing, it takes time to research keywords. Like they are giving the keywords, like
Yeah.
they approach me not only one time, just like a few times, and you get featured, and it's endless because why? Like Insight Timer is growing, even though it's like a free tool, like part of it is free for people. We can get a little bit into like how people get paid and etc. The ways to get paid. I have an ebook as well, so we don't need to talk about everything here.
Yep.
People can just download my ebook and they have all this information over there. But there's so many ways to
Well,
get paid.
and that's the thing I want to highlight. Okay, so I want to make this perfectly clear so it's easy for everyone. Is this is your guide. If you've been hearing about Insight Timer, if you've been considering it, if you've never heard of it, and you're like, oh, you know what, there's something sparking. This is the person to guide you there, because not only do you help people set up, because this is the thing. Okay, this is the honest to God truth. When Jacqueline told me about it, what I was thinking is I don't want to learn another platform. I'm not on LinkedIn and Instagram and Twitter and whatever else there, Pinterest and all the places for the same reason. I don't want to learn another platform, right? I've been on Facebook from day one and I just didn't have time to learn another platform. And so when you popped in here, right, because we got to have some time in Australia, you circle back around and I see that you're teaching this. All of a sudden it's easy because I know I don't have to go on this steep learning curve. You can help me set this up, be strategic, have a profile, show me how to get rolling, have a plan. And that's really the key, right? It's like, why walk through the wilderness and try to pave a path when you already know how it works and you're so popular on there. They approach you. So I just want people to know, like, you've already worked it all out, and we're going to put a link to your ebook. But tell me about the ways that people can work with you to get rolling on Insight Timer.
Okay, yeah. So just to finalize the last success story, like there was the Corinne who like her package was like 888, and so and in the little things as well, like people being invited and attracting like very aligned clients, right? So this is what it is. And I think the main highlights of Insight Timer, just to summarize before saying about the program and what's available, is it is a market tool for you as well, because when you show up with 100 people there, like you're getting responses real time, what people want and what people don't. There was a lady who showed up talking about boundaries. There was 1,300 people saying that they, respond RSVP to the, people from my program who had like 500 people showing up to their lives. I had 250 in a goal. Do you know Aisha? Aisha, like from.
I don't think I do.
So she works with like creativity and so many other things. She's multi-passionate as well. So she went live for the first time, and there was 500 people RSVP to her first live. She was freaking out.
Yeah, she's like, oh God. Hello.
In a good way. And it's just so cool, these stories that we hear. And so many people are going all in on Insight Timer. So so about the program, about ways that I could potentially help you to get set up on Insight Timer. So yes, I have an ebook which I highly recommend you download. There are a few lots of like information, like what are the features, so you understand how you get paid, donations, per view, paper
Mm-hmm.
per play, and there's so many ways that you can get paid there. So I'm not going to repeat it all in here. And yeah, like donations, just to name a few, and to take people into the program. I think this was a question, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I help people on one, which is about developing the funnel. Yeah,
Yep.
developing the Insight Timer funnel. You can create courses on Insight Timer as well, right? So it's if it's someone starting out, let's say someone who is starting out on, say, what would you say most of your people here is going through? Are they transitioning online? Are they getting started online? They have been face to face. What do you think?
I would say about 10% are brand new to online. I think the biggest group have been here, but like haven't had like as much traction as they know they could. And then
Yeah.
there is a section that's established.
Okay, so let's talk about this, where most people are. So you've been trying, yeah, to get traction. So maybe you have already audios, maybe you don't have audios, right? So this is the first step. You need to get set up on Insight Timer, create your profile. That's the first thing. For that, you need one audio. It can be a podcast, doesn't need to be a meditation. It can be spoken, good quality audio. I can potentially help you, check if your audio would be good for Insight Timer. If you have already content and you want to repurpose, we can talk about that. This is the first thing, create a profile, which can be a little tricky, like some people hire me just there for 90 minutes. We can get you all set up. All I need would I need from you is like your image. There can be a little, there's some guidelines for images, and your bio and your audio and a few other things that we need to get set up, right? So it's easy. Can I have a course, is the DIY course that teaches you how to do the audio, set up your profile, and all that. That's an option. It's a course. And yeah, and we can do this together as well as another option, right? So yeah, a lot of people choose to do that because, as you say, like, I don't want to figure it out. I don't want to
Exactly.
figure it out.
I don't
Tell
want
me.
to figure it out. I don't want to take the time to figure it out. Well, and the thing is when you say I have a side question. I'm sure this is in your book, but when you say you can create a course or do a course through them, is there parameters in terms of like price point or
Yeah.
length or like what? So there's parameters there, and then but there's ways that you're saying it sounds like that there's ways for people to buy what's outside of that other higher end programs that are housed outside of their thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the funnel. So, okay, so how people find you? So before I talk about the program, yeah, I talk about the course. There's like a on-on-one way that I can help you get all set up and set up the funnel and all that. But just as an example of the the funnel, like creating a course on Insight Timer can be part of the funnel, doesn't need to be a part of the funnel. But the good thing about creating a course on Insight Timer is the volume.
Mm-hmm.
The courses there are low price point. You get paid each person who enrolls. From experience, those who have created a course got a good payout on as soon as it launched. Almost like everyone who have launched the course guarantee. It's yeah, it became like science. Like pretty much you get $1,000, 1,000 US as soon as you launch, and from then all onwards, so you get $300 average each month for each course. Each course means what is 20 minutes audio, can be 7 days, 10 days for guideline for 10-day course. Yeah. 20 minutes each day. So imagine you have like, how long is that? 2 hours recording, 2 hours recording, and you get like ripples like forever. Like you
Okay,
get
you're
right.
okay. Now, you're giving me so many ideas because I talk all freaking day, right? I talk
Yes,
all day. I'm in people's
of course.
boxers, right? Like that. That's what I need to do.
Boom. I love this in the moment. Aha. Like,
I'm like, okay, we're shutting this down. We're just gonna go get started. See you all in a little bit.
yeah, and
Okay.
yeah, help people as well with purpose content, right? Like what is suitable for inside time and what is not. It's yeah, that's the knowledge I bring, yeah, just to make easier, but yeah, to show you, if because you have your content set up, but as well we can come up with new ideas as well, right?
Um,
um
Now there's a question here. When you say the $1,000, is that about the average? Because there's like kind of a certain number of people that tend to jump in when there's a new course. Like
yeah,
what kind of price point are we talking about?
so the course is 20 US, so it's a low price point, yeah. So but you get the volume, so the volume, like because they promote you heavily for a week when you launch your course.
Mm,
They put you in front of a lot of people, and they're getting better and better with the algorithm, making sure that whatever your content is, you reach the people who are interested in that, for keywords and things like that, hashtags. We have all that inside timer. uh, what was the question again? It was
So the $1,000 is just kind of
yeah,
like that's about how many people jump in
yes.
that
So
first
that
week.
was like, yeah, so that means like 800 people jumping into your course on the first, the get-go, when it gets launched. It gets less after, but it's still yeah, experience
Well,
shows
what
that
what I love
keeps
about this, yeah,
three hundred
to the
dollars each month, which to the end of the
yeah.
year. And you can launch more courses once you have the know-how, then you
Mhm.
can launch courses. But you don't need to, like, this is one aspect that I wanted to share, like it will be part of the funnel, right? So if you have a course, you don't need to actually have a course, because people have signed up, people from just meditations, and
Mm.
have signed up people from going live. I know there was some questions about how do I sign up clients if I can't sell my stuff. You just gotta be smart, right? And give what's within the guidelines, which is send people
Right?
to, right? Send people to their, so you get a link, you can share a link, and that link needs to be on point. And you have group as well,
Yep.
like they tried to offer like workshops and mentorship, and they are readjusting that, how that's going to work in future. I think they are going to pause there for a little bit. So, but this means like they can't stop you to promote yourself. You can't heavily, I see people promoting themselves all the freaking time, and they still there. Like it's still there, like, right? I'm not saying go promote yourself, but when you show up, you're promoting yourself anyway. Like you are talking about what you do. You can say like, I've got a program, if you want to check it out, just the link here, that you can point out to the link in the platform. Just make sure that people find things on on that page, maybe not a link, how it's called, link tree,
Make
because
sure
link
you
tree can be confusing.
yeah.
But where, just be clear where you want to send people to. And that's what Warit was doing. So she had a clear funnel, so people are just signing up to her free course she had, and there they go in their funnel, and then that's how they start signing up. But not only that, through meditations as well. Oh, I listen to your meditation and I follow you, and then fine.
Yep.
Because when people want what you've got, when you're clear enough on what you've got, people chase you, like, right? It's like,
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's the same thing that happens on this platform, right? I tell people when I go live every day, I would get payment notifications every day. I could get 12 payment notifications for one live. It's like it's just what happens. People can get to know you. They receive something, and then they just, what do? They literally go figure out everything you've got. They're looking you up. They're clicking here, clicking there.
That's what we want. That's what you
That's
want.
what we want. Yes.
Not really chasing, but it just, yeah, it's building that funnel thing, how important it is. That's why
Mm,
I'm doing those, sessions like this is one-on-one where we get clear and deep on, okay, so what is my soul signature offer here? That's my specialty, right? Like, how do you get your wisdom down into, let's download it, let's
yep.
structure it. That's when I bring my IT skills, like my all of me that was owning my multi-passionate in since we started talking, like it was 3 years ago, like owning my multi-passionate and bringing all of it.
Pulling
That's
it
what I love
together.
doing with people. And the funnel may include like that, maybe parts of you, like whoever is watching, who, yeah.
Well, and the other thing that I love is, like you said, I don't know another platform that so connects with most of the people in this group where if they create something, like the platform itself is going to promote it for them, like put it in front of the right people. So I think that's so cool. Now I want to give people an idea of pricing and money, because I already know how people are. Like, if we don't say about how much we're talking about, then they're going to assume it's, you know, too much or out of reach, or it'll become an excuse, basically. So when you talk about your DIY course, how much is that?
DIY is yeah, it's very affordable. So it's 199 US for yeah, if you're starting out, you learn how to create audios. You learn how to title your audios, because that's what, this
Mm-hmm.
some people they create amazing piece of content and they title this so badly that
I see that on Facebook. People go live and I'm like, what kind of title and description is that? What the hell, right? So I totally get
doesn't
that.
tell us what it
Yeah.
is, so that to make it juicy, right? And
Yes.
yeah, and you learn how to what you need to create a profile. So you become a teacher on Inside Timer. This is what it is. And then the next steps are to become how to become an expert, which is growing your audience there, right? You need to grow 100 followers to be able to create a course. I think that I shared this on the ebook with more detail, but if you're getting there, all you need to worry about is have 4 audios, 100 followers, which here we have 100 people, right? If you're really
Easy.
collabing,
Help each other.
really, right? There's 115 people here, so um, we can help each other, right?
Yeah.
And because with that, you can go live, you can start going live. You can't go live on the get go. You need these 4 audios first. And then to create a course, you need 100 followers. And you need a quality audio, right? So that the course helps you to create something that's simple. I like to make things simple. What's the minimum necessary to get a good quality thing? It's not hyper complicated. I just show you, like, this is what you do, this is the software you use, this is what you
Yeah.
do here, this is what you do that. Voila, you've got your audio. Just like one thing that I go by is just like perfectionism. Totally, all my courses, all my programs is not allowed here.
Yeah.
Perfectionism is not allowed here. You have total permission to be imperfect, to because a lot of people get hold up in that. So
Don't
that's
I know it?
199. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 199. So for
199.
200, for $200, people could get rolling and get their profile on there, and get
Yeah.
some traction on there. And then what's
And
the graduated?
yes, and I have a bonus as well, like which I will was not like it's not part of the plan, but part of the Black Friday. By till
Mhm.
signing up to the end of the month, I'm gonna go live answering. Once you try to do your thing, maybe you get stuck on this or you're not sure about that. I'm gonna come live in a workshop and you're gonna ask me whatever questions, maybe about your funnel, about your strategy, about setting your profile up, right? And co-working session as well as a bonus. So it means that you create time and space, because sometimes all it takes, and that's what people don't do, don't create freaking space, the hour and a half to get the profile set up, right? So that's it. I'm giving this as a bonus, but only signing up until next Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yes, this is one thing, 199. And the other way, if you want to get deeper, like, yeah, we are doing this, Adriana. So it's like how to set up your profile, what you've got. Show me what you've got. Like, this is what the package is. Show me what we've got. So let's see what we can repurpose. And if you're starting out, no problem. You get this 199 course for free. You take it when you work one-on-one. For a minimum of 4 sessions, you get this program for free, which is like, woo, crazy. But is to help you, so you have a few elements of doing this yourself and getting a support, to like a sounding board, just like, hey, let's get the best of you, right? And which content, let's stream your content, even if you share your content somewhere else. Let's see what we can bring over to Insight Timer. And I feel like there's always like a twist for people.
Yeah.
This is what I share on Facebook. So there's that twist that would work best for Insight Timer. So yeah, that's what we do: create the strategy, the content strategy, and have like an overview, like how your funnel will look like, which is absolutely amazing, to have the clarity of like what's doable, without like, oh my God, what do I need to do? You just need like a clear program. Let's download like all your wisdom, put them, structure them into pillars. You've got your program, and you've got, reverse engineer to see what works. Some people don't want to go live, let's say, or they don't want, maybe they want, but they are like a little bit woo, right? They don't need to go live, so it's just working with that person's strengths, right? Like I really like to work with your strengths. So I know you love going live.
I'm going to go live every fucking day. You know what I mean? You're going to get sick of me.
I know you will.
I've been trying to find a place to go live, right? Because Facebook was so fun to go live 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Oh my gosh, it was so fun to go live. And I mean, money would just fall from the heavens. You know what I mean? So I can't wait.
Super exciting. So I don't know if anyone has any questions or
okay, let's see. If you have any questions, pop them in. It looks like this would be a good fit for B. I just want to say, I know there's a few of you. This would be awesome. Mary, Melissa Keenan. There's a few of you like, do you want to come? Oh, and I had told Megan and Nihal about this. So I'm going to start with this whole program. I'm filling out my thing right now and going to get this party started, because I'm not doing anything on Facebook anymore, right? So I have this private group, but that's it. I'm not writing elsewhere on Facebook. And yeah, I already told you I don't know any other platform.
You need to record that poem that you just like,
right?
oh my freaking God.
I have a story to tell you. Okay, so I have this story to tell you guys. So this fits along perfectly, but there's like, I know that you're so good at helping people figure out like what would work well. So, I did that blessing and I shared it here and you all loved it. And then I emailed my list, and it was the email that got the most replies. I mean, my inbox got flooded. Oh my gosh, thank you for this. This was awesome. Right. And then if you, of course, perfectly timed, pop into my inbox and go, why don't we put that on Insight Timer? Well, last night I'm watching this documentary. Well, Derek and I went on a date all day. We went to the next town over, and I come home and my brother-in-law is watching this documentary on Romania and Vlad the Impaler. And there's this whole thing about how he wrote this curse. Okay. And it's framed, and they look at what's happened in the last 600 years to like just freak things. Right. And when I was sitting there, I was like, oh my God. Like, they interviewed so many people who believe that his words are the reason why Romania has went through this, that, and the other, and why the people have experienced that. And I said, but why don't we look at the other side? Why don't we look at what happens when we speak life and blessings? And can that not have 600 years plus worth the impact and just ripple effect and domino effect? And like when I was watching this, I was like, okay, I'm getting the message, and that's a big part of what I'm going to do on Insight Timer, right? Is I'm going to record these blessings, but also right along with that is like, that's the power of the word. And then of course that leads to the publishing certification, right?
Of course.
Of
Yes.
course. And so people are asking what's the benefit of doing this over Facebook, IG, or TikTok. So we talk about that a little bit in the beginning, and I highly recommend that you download the ebook. But basically, if you think about it, like these other platforms don't ever promote you, right? And that's the thing. There's a difference in how you're working with the platform, but also I would say if you have any sort of desire to raise the frequency of the planet, this is a much better platform, right? And that's what I've been looking for, is something that was a better fit for my heart and soul. I just don't have, I already know I don't have a desire to go on any of the rest of the social media platforms. Like it's going to be exactly the same as where I'm at now. It's not any better. It's not a lighter, brighter frequency. And so that's what it is for me, is I want to, we all know like it's a mixed bag here on social media, right? And I want to have a more refined audience, people that I know for sure, like this is what they're looking for. They're looking to improve themselves. They're looking to find and connect to their truest self, their highest self. Like I think it eliminates a lot of the other. It's a purer, closer fit. Yeah, you can create courses on the platform. Yeah, and you can promote them, and they'll promote them. That's the cool thing, right? And
They
she
promote
also
it for you.
they'll promote it for you, and you can have stuff that you promote that's off of that, right? You can have high end, there's low end, there's the whole thing. And this is the other thing that I just want to say is, for those of you who like know in your heart of hearts, like you are here to serve on a bigger scale, right? I know that there are some people who like they might feel like they're here for a smaller group, and then I know there's a lot of you here, especially you 5-1s, like you're here to really serve on a big scale. And this is how you do it, right? And I think it's like this is a stage you could stand on, and you could literally go live to 250 to 2,000 people. You could have, she was just talking about, you could have 100 people buying your program, right? She's got 90 people in her program. So it's about, if you know that you have expanded your capacity, right? You're beyond serving a handful of people at a time. I highly recommend you check this out. And so, yeah, I'm going to do it. I want to know who wants to do it with me, because I'm happy to kind of create a pod for Insight Timer so that we can support each other. So if you want to do this with me, let me know, and I'll make sure that, we've got a little pod set up beyond, like, I know the amazing support we're going to get from you, and help each other, because this is the next step for a lot of us. And I think we've been feeling it, and we just needed the clear next step, and the guide just showed up, right? The teacher appeared. So how can people, do you want people to reach out to you? Should we put the link in? How can people get
Yeah, I put the link for the ebook and the link for the course. And so I didn't say the price point for, beginning this 4 sessions is $888 US. Actually, gosh, my prices are still Australian, so that's crazy. That's okay. And that's really a gift for you guys. The courses are, I don't want to mix up things, but the course is US, but the my one-on-one sessions are still Australian dollars. So yes,
Okay.
it's Australian dollars. So
yeah. So if you all aren't familiar with the currency, like if you're in the US or Canada, you're getting a deal.
you're getting a good deal. Yeah.
Getting a freaking deal.
My pleasure to be, and yeah, I'm all about creating communities like what Adriana, I really wanted to come in because that's it. We need to get together. You know, we can't do this thing by ourselves. And yeah, so let's see. I'm really excited for you. Really, like when it uh,
It's
did you
okay.
change it?
Don't. I did. Yes.
Okay,
Because you know,
Monique.
I don't remember if I was Monique when we first met, or if that was
You
about the time
Adriana
I.
Monique, but you had Adriana, but you now you
Okay.
don't want to be called Adriana anymore.
I don't need to. I made it through the fucking fires. I'm through grief and loss and death, and I'm back. I'm back.
Monique. Okay. So Monique, I'm gonna have to
It's okay. Don't.
myself.
I don't even notice.
Okay. So I'm excited for you. Like I feel like I'm really excited for you for this part for you on Inside Time. I really, truly, in what you can be because you bring this, you know, like this grounder, like as you say, this fire, right? But it's like, yeah, you pierce through. So I'm really, really looking forward to seeing you there and seeing how you carve because you carve those spaces out of nowhere, right?
I
So
do. I know. Well, like you said, you just have to be smart. Like people tell me all the time, "Oh, you know, I can't promote in this group." I was like, "Baby doll, do you know I've got thousands of clients from groups that say there's no promotion? Like, please do not see like one little guideline and let that stop you. It's about being smart. It's about learning all of the ways and you carve your spot. This is what I want to tell you all. Like pick
ooh,
your spot,
oh, I want to talk about this.
right? Pick your fucking spot and carve out a space. Like own the real estate beneath your feet, right? Like this happens when you're just so consistent and you're like, I have something to say every single day, and you say it because this is what it takes, right? I will say this is how you are in the 1% of content creators. This is how you're in the 1% of any platform, no matter what platform you go on. Most people are going to be below average. And that is not us because we're not just trying to go viral with a funny video, right? We understand the work that we're here to do. There's too much at stake for us to just, you know, dance around it and show up inconsistently and twiddle our thumbs. Like there's just too much at stake.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. It's time to carve. Like we need a whole like. Can you come live next time and talk about the carve out
Yes.
space? Like
I can do
carving
that.
out. It can be like an audio even. Like anyway, ideas starting to pop out. But so good. So yeah, if anyone has any more questions, feel free to pop here in the group. If you want to know more about any of these offerings, feel free to reach out if you have any more questions. And yeah, let's see. Yeah, how many, you know, people, how many souls will like to, yeah, join the party. And I'm having some feel, oh, I love giving, right? The silver giver. Just because I have this group, I might, yeah, find a way to include you all there as well, which is like being in
I
community.
I'm just gonna say, like, if you're new to Miss Sunshine over here, little Miss Sunshine, she's like she's gonna help you as much as she can. Like, she has such a huge heart, and she's going to give you every possible opportunity to do well and to thrive and to be seen, so that your gifts can be shared in the world, so that you can find your people. Yeah. So thank you so much for being willing to come on here. I was like, do you want to go live and talk about this? Because I think, and I need somebody else. Like I keep telling my clients, like, go over there. You need to go over there. And then, you know, of course, Jacqueline's like, you need to go over there. And I'm like, okay, let me figure this out. But you know what? You know what it really took is I had to be ready to break up with Facebook,
Wow.
because even though there's a lot of junk here, um, this is the platform that made me a shit ton of money,
Mm,
right?
mm,
And
mm.
I had to be ready to close the door and open a new one. And so I'm going all in.
Wow. Ooh. Yes. Wow. It takes, yeah, it takes courage. I can see that. I can see that. I'm not ready actually, and to be really honest, to break over with Facebook, right? Like I think where I'm at right now, I think I got like yes, almost 100 people in my program. So my aim was to get 100 people, but I don't know if I want to go for numbers. I want to go more for quality, like of people like you who are really like, okay, I want to, like, I'm ready. I'm all in, and just help you guys get set up that gonna bring me more nourishment and just make me freaking excited. Yeah, just to go for quality.
Yeah.
So yeah. So if you like
Well,
really
and I just want to say as a side note, between a little secret between the three of us, you, me, and the fence post, I highly recommend that you start working with her this month, because next month I'm going to convince her to increase her prices. So get in now, because these prices are not staying this way. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you're welcome. I love you. Leave
okay,
your questions. Get the ebook. We'll drop all the links. Okay. I
my
shall see you all later. Yay! Okay, bye.
bye.